Welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in the studio, joined by Randall Angston. What's up, man?
Ooh, am I in trouble?
Yes. Yes, you are.
It's the only time that name comes out.
You are in trouble. You are in trouble. All right. Well, I don't know about what, but let's figure this episode out. How about that? Remember when we used to do like nicknames?
Yeah. So somebody would say we need to bring it back, but
We need to bring back the Whiskey Wednesdays, and I mean,
let's just start there. Screw the nicknames. I like the whiskey more.
half of it was trying to figure out the damn name for the day.
Yeah.
Ugh, whatever. All right, got a good episode for you guys today. We're going to talk about the unrecognized results that your clients are getting that may or may not be top of mind when they are making decisions to stick with you and or cancel their membership.
Yeah.
Because we all know that there's multitude of benefits to working out that aren't always showing up on the scale in inches and weight and fat loss, although those are great and those are probably one of the main reasons why your clients are there. But there's unrecognized gains, results, like, hey, I was able to hit the ball further on my golf game. I hiked that mountain with my daughter the other weekend, and it didn't, I wasn't winded, or I was able to chase the kids around the yard, maybe it was your grandkids, and you know what? My back doesn't hurt.
Yep. And
they don't always attribute that to being in better shape at the gym, from the gym, for example, versus, hey, I didn't lose that 20 pounds that I was looking to lose. And even though you've got all these other gains. And so this is a chance for us to bring this to the forefront of your attention, because there's discussions happening on the training floor with your coaches, and the coaches are hearing these stories. Your coaches are the closest to the clients that anybody else in the gym. And they're going to hear about these little mini wins and mini victories that your clients are having. You need to take those down as notes.
Yeah.
You need to bring that into to the client's file, whether it be in your CRM or over in MindBody or over in Semi-Private Pro. There's notes in there. You need to have it so when the time comes and you're having a consultation or an on point, or you're just meeting with somebody, bring it back up.
Yep.
Hey, so listen, Mrs. Johnson, I heard about that about the grandkids you had last weekend. Sounds like you're in better shape, huh? How's that feeling, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, you know what, Tim, that's right. Because guess what they're going to do? They're going to not remember when the time comes. Yeah. They're making decisions on whether or not they're going to renew their membership or stick it out another month or another year with you. You better have that ammo ready, because there's a lot of gains that they are unrecognized, or results that they just don't attribute to the exact thing that they're getting from you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a big thing. I mean, it's really kind of top of mind, like you said, certain things, movement on a scale, some of that data driven results is obviously, that's a reason the data is there. It's easy to see and to recognize, but all of those little unspoken things, right? People come to us for a million different things. Quality of life, like as a whole, can benefit from a fitness routine and working with a personal trainer, nutrition, all of that stuff. But if we only measure the success by the number on the scale or the size of their biceps or whatever, that top line metric is.
I mean, size of biceps. Yeah, that's probably the top. That's got to be the top goal for
girls, for the girls, baby. But if that's all we speak to, and it almost becomes the identity, and that's all you serve. I mean, if you go back to, I think it was our previous podcast where like you could put your flag in the ground as that style of gym, no problem. You could be a weight loss facility, but what other contributing factors or results, take place while somebody's losing weight? Maybe you overheard them say, "Oh, you know what? I just got off that medication."
Boom.
Or like sometimes those things are actually way more impactful than 5 pounds off that scale.
Sure.
Right. Or, I went out with the girls and I put that dress on for the first time.
Bam.
Talk about that, because it creating that emotional connection. 5 pounds on a scale is arbitrary. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody really gives a damn what our gravitational pull to a rock is. It's how that makes you feel. Right. Yeah. And that's the significance that they put on that number. Well, if your pants fit and maybe the scale didn't move, but maybe you've gained some muscle and you've lost some fat, and all of a sudden now.
And that's the kicker, right? Because especially females are so tied to the scale and the weight on the scale.
Yep.
When you and I both know you could swap 10 pounds of fat for 10 pounds of muscle, and you weigh the same, but damn, you look better.
Entirely.
You're tighter. You're more toned, if you want to use that word. And it's an education. It's an education because, I mean, it's rampant, right? Like women, especially women. I mean, guys too, right? It's all tied to the weight, and not necessarily the body fat.
And then they attribute success and failure to that number.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm not getting results, but you gain 5 pounds of muscle, lost 5 pounds of fat, and the weight's the same. Or let's just say you were into this game for 6 months and you had a client that lost 10 pounds of fat and put on 13 pounds of muscle, and their weight went up.
Yeah.
But their body fat's completely dumped, right? If you don't have something like an in-body 570, right? If you don't have a eVolt or a Fit 3D scanner or these things, you can't prove that this person put on that much muscle and lost all that body fat. They're going to look at the scale. I gained weight at this damn gym.
Yep. And now
I'm out of here.
I'm going to find somewhere new. Yep.
Meanwhile, losing fat and gaining muscle, that's the holy grail. If you can do that simultaneously, that's the holy grail of body composition changes. It's like, dude, you're going both ways at the same time. The scale isn't moving that much. And guys, look, this is common sense for any fitness professional, but your clients don't know this.
Yeah.
Your clients are the ones making the decisions on whether or not they're gonna stick around with you next month. You better be teaching them this stuff. And so we lean hard on the in-body here. We have track goals, and we meet with our clients. We're even working with a potential new partner here that's going to tie our nutrition plans into this thing as well. It's going to be really slick. But I'm just saying, like if they don't know, again, this whole episode is about unrecognized game. You need to remind them. That's the point of this episode, is that you've got to go tell your clients, you know what, that you hiking that and getting off this medicine, that's because you've been here for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
The reason you've got the results because you've been with us and you've been sticking it out and kicking butt for the last year with us. Like, let's keep this going.
And you paint that picture for them, and you celebrate that win, and now they're in an emotional high point, as opposed to simply looking at a data point on a scale and saying, I failed. Right. And that's the biggest thing. I mean, we talk a lot about the lifestyle versus the transactional client, right? And if you have that client who's literally just walks through the gym and they want to lose the 20 pounds, well, maybe that 20 pounds on the scale that's never really what they want, right? That's just how we decided to measure their level of success, or how they've attributed it. But when you can change that perception to look at the results that you've gained, even though that number isn't where you want it yet, you can celebrate massive wins that probably are more impactful for them. If you can shift their kind of like their perception to all of those unrecognized gains, you actually build a fan and somebody who is a hell of a lot more likely to become that lifestyle client than consistently being on that cycle of win and lose based on the number of the scale. Yeah. And that's the greatest thing that we could do for a client, is show them, hey, we're doing this because this is a lifestyle. This is, it comes with massive gains far beyond that number on the scale. Mm-hmm. Let's go attack some of those things. Let's go recognize some of those things. And if you can kind of build that culture into your facility, clients are going to stay a hell of a lot longer.
And those are the clients you want,
exactly,
right? Yeah. We I don't know what episode it is, but like, It hit us years ago. Oh my gosh, there is this outlier client that is their goal is to come in today.
Yeah.
Their goal isn't 15 pounds of weight loss. It's basically their goal is to work out today. And if you get a room full of, you get a gym full of lifestyle clients, your life is better.
Mm-hmm.
Your gym is better. The vibe is better. Your coach's attitude's better because they're not freaking nitpicking everything. Now, granted, you're going to have, and you should absolutely be able to perform results for those clients that have those body composition losses and gains that they're looking for. You better have that under control. But there's a whole bunch of other people on the other side of that rainbow that is they're just a delight to be around. They give you energy. And so, the point, again, I need to keep going back to the whole point of this episode is like, you're hearing things on the training floor, your coaches are, that needs to be brought full circle back to the attention of the person.
Absolutely.
And tying the results to what they're doing with you. Like that's really it, right?
Yeah.
Like, because they may be oblivious.
You think he'll be completely oblivious, and that's
we
the
think
worst
they
position.
know, but they don't know.
And it's our assumption. Yeah, exactly. And so, when you hear those conversations, so and so hit the driving range. I was at the driving range for an hour and a half the other day, and
10 yards.
I wasn't sore. The next day my back didn't hurt. Like all of the things that they've moved out of one seat, they're in a new seat. There's a result that took place as a byproduct of their training.
Mm-hmm.
Paint that picture for them, because if you're not, they're not thinking about it as a one-to-one or attribution, and therefore at the end of when they do get to the decision of, am I sticking this membership out here, or if I'm going to look somewhere else, a lot of that unrecognized potential goes right out the window with it if you're not talking about it.
Yeah. Take ownership of the results that you're getting.
Take credit.
And take credit for it is what we're saying. So anyways, quick episode, quick and dirty.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. All right. That's it for the show, guys. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Go scoop up those unrecognized results and bring them forefront to your client's attention, and you will win.
There you go.
That's it for this episode, guys. Until next time, keep changing lives. See you on the next show. All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals, and when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.